is going to be another Best in Beauty, and today we are going to be talking about all my favorite lip products for the year of 2022. So this is probably going to be the last video. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing an other eye products video, or I might just do that like later in the week. But I at least am done with like the majorly important ones to film because like these are the categories I love talking about. So let's just jump right into it. So first we're going to start off with ColourPop, and I actually didn't try as many ColourPop lip products as I thought this year, but I'm just going to start off with my most used lip products this year from them, and that is definitely the ColourPop Ultra Glowing Lips. These I used so much this last year. I really was just very into like tinted lip products this year, and I used these a ton. I would reach for them constantly. So I have 3 of the Ultra Glowing Lip formula, which are these 3, and then I have one of the Ultra Blotted Lip formulas, which I also loved this one as well. And these 3 I used so much. So the first one is called Indulge Me, and this is like the typical nude shade that I would use on an everyday basis. But I will say these lip products do melt probably after like a few months, and this is honestly like the only one that has melted on me, but this was also my most used one. It's just like such an easy formula. It's so hydrating on the lips. I really, really like these products. Um, and that's why I used them so much. But I will say that this one does easily melt, so just be careful with that. So that's what it looks like swatched. They just give like your lips this beautiful glow to them, but also are like super hydrating and also have like a good amount of pigmentation to them. So that's why like a lot of people fell in love with these. So that is the first shade. And this one's in this shade Indulge Me. And then the second shade is like this pink color, and I didn't pick this one up until later in the year, and I fell in love with the Ultra Glowing Lip formula so much that I was like, why don't I have a pink shade in it? So this one is in the shade Cockatoo, and this one is also a gorgeous one, and this was probably my go-to pink if I just wanted an easy pink color to wear. And this one I actually might like the shade even more than the nude one. It's just such a pretty pink color. They're just so easy to wear. This one is not melting on me as much as the nude one was. I can tell it could do that probably eventually though, but it doesn't really bother me too much because I got so much use out of them. But it is a little bit annoying, but at the same time, like they are so inexpensive. If it was like a more expensive lip products, then I would be annoyed. So, but it's not really that big of a deal. So that one is Cockatoo. And then the last one that I had, I actually bought this one before Cockatoo, but I used this one a crap ton this past summer, is the one from the In the Springs collection, and this one is called Adults Only. I loved this shade so much because it's like a lighter peachy tone color, and you guys know I love peachy tones, and you guys can see that this one is a lot more warmer toned than the Indulge Me color. That's more of a nude. This is more of like a peachy nude. And it was just so pretty in the summertime. I used it so much, and also I loved the packaging of this. I love the turquoise packaging. They're just such super simple, sleek, easy products to throw on the lips, and that's why I think a lot of people were loving these. And again, I love like the super sleek packaging. They just made them very easy to use. So I'd have to say these are my number one most used lip products this year. I just was obsessed with like super simple, easy lip products this year, and these ones definitely took the cake. And then the other one is from the Ultra Blotted Lip formula, and this one I can't recall the shade name because it has completely worn off of the packaging, which is a little bit annoying, but it's like the lightest nude shade in the line. And as you guys can see, this one is a little bit different because The Ultra Blotted Lips have more of a matte finish to them. The Ultra Glowing Lips are obviously more glossy, but they're not like sticky glossy. Again, they just give like this shine to the lips, but they're not sticky like a gloss. This is the Ultra Blotted Lip, and I like this one a lot. This formula of the Ultra Blotted Lip so much more than the original Ultra Blotted Lip formula they came out with that was more like a liquid lipstick, but I didn't like that formula that much. This one is like a hint of like a matte lip tint to your lips, and it's really, really nice. Very unique formula. But this was the only shade that I picked up, but I might pick up more shades this year. But I was just trying to restrict more so my lip product collection, just because, you know, like I tried to be a little bit more picky this year of how many lip products I picked up, just because I have to be more practical about it, because I always end up decluttering lip products first over everything else, and they can go bad a lot faster than like powder products can. So I really have to just be more mindful of how many lip products I buy, and also I'd rather put it towards like replacing eyeliners that are older, because a lot of my eyeliners are kind of getting expired that I have to get rid of like most of them now. I'd rather replace those than like spend more money on lip products that I don't really need, because these are literally like the only shades that I've been wearing. But yeah, this was really good too. And then the other one, and then I will get into more ColourPop products, but I just wanted to mention this first as just by itself, because I used the crap out of this. And again, since I was so obsessed with the Ultra Glowing Lip formula, I heard really good things about this formula from e.l.f. And this is the e.l.f. Sheer Slick Lipstick in the shade Golden Pear. I wanted another shade in this, but this was the only shade that I could find at not TJ Maxx, at Marshall's, because I actually don't have a TJ Maxx close to me. The closest one is in my boyfriend's town. The one for me that's the closest one. Marshall's is way closer to me since it's in my town. So this one is much more of like a warmer color, but it's very similar to the formula of the Ultra Glowing Lips. But there is something really nice about this formula. It's just so, so good. I almost liked it even more than the Ultra Glowing Lips, because it also doesn't melt in the tube. And they're honestly, I feel like the Ultra Glowing Lips were kind of a dupe for these e.l.f. Products. They're very super similar. But if you can get your hands on these, I would highly suggest these, because they're just so good and so easy to wear. I love these, and they have a little bit more pigmentation than the Ultra Glowing Lips. But again, I wanted another shade of this so bad, but I just could not find another shade at Marshall's every time I went there. But when I see another shade, I'm probably definitely going to pick it up, because they're so good, and they're like $2.99 at Marshall's. So if I find a pink shade in this, I'm good. So those were definitely my most used lip products. Now let's talk about some other ColourPop products. And honestly, I don't really have too many ColourPop products to talk about, but I'm just going to breeze through them real quick, because I don't want to stay like here forever talking about a million lip products. I mean, I already spent a chunk of a little bit of the video talking about those. So let's talk about the Luxe lipsticks first. So the only two Luxe lipsticks I tried from ColourPop this year were these two, and those are the ones from the new Disney lip shades that they released. And the two shades that I got was Moana and Princess Aurora. I actually just wore Moana yesterday. I love these two colors. This is such a pretty shade. It's like this really gorgeous, like warm toned nude, but it has like a hint of like a pinkiness to it. It's such a gorgeous lip color. I love this one. And this one is Princess Aurora, and it's a really beautiful pink. I loved wearing this one as well. Anytime I wore a pink shade, you guys know how much I love the Luxe lipstick formula, and these are just so creamy and pigmented, and I absolutely loved these. So highly recommend the Luxe lip formula if you haven't tried it. I also did not mind the packaging of either of these. I actually think the packaging is really nice. I don't think that these feel cheap to me. And also, Charlotte Tilbury does like this kind of packaging with like the metal um overlay, and honestly it feels exactly the same as this packaging, so I'd rather pay $8 for this packaging instead of like $35. So this packaging I really don't mind. They're a affordable brand, so if they want to cut costs a little bit on the packaging, it doesn't really bother me that much because they always do good packaging. Pat McGrath Star Wars collection, cheap packaging. So yeah, I'd much rather pay for ColourPop Star Wars packaging. Thank you very much. And then the other two lip products I really liked, and these were the only two Luxe Velvet lipsticks that I tried this past year from ColourPop, which is also one of my favorite formulas from them, are the two from the Harry Potter collection. And this one is Ron Weasley, and this one is Hermione Granger. I don't know why I forgot the names. I actually wore the Ron Weasley one quite a bit because it was just such a wearable burnt orange color. It's so pretty, you guys. I'm not going to swatch everything in this video. I just am not going to. But I really like these because they're like just a really lightweight, almost lip tint, but they're more matte, so they last a bit longer and they layer really nicely as well. So I've always really liked these two. And the Hermione Granger shade is a really nice, like kind of warm tone nudie pink. Really, really pretty shades. I really enjoyed both of those as well. And then the other lip formula that I really love from ColourPop is the Velvet Blur formula. I think that's my second favorite besides the Luxe lipsticks. I absolutely love the Velvet Blur formula. So I did only try one other shade in them this year, and this one is in the shade Virgo Moon. I believe I bought this like early in the year last year, and I love this formula because it's not like super matte, but it's also not super creamy. It's like a hybrid of like a creamy matte. And it's so amazing on the lips, and I just love these. They're just so super soft and easy to wear. Absolutely love this formula, so I might pick up another one of these this coming year. We'll see. And then the last ColourPop lip formula that I'm going to talk about until I get to glosses, because honestly, I really didn't try too many glosses this year. I could count on one hand how many glosses I tried this year, because I really tried to restrict getting glosses this year, because honestly I really just don't wear glosses anymore. If I'm going to wear something glossy, it's going to be like a tinted lip balm like what I'm wearing today, or like the ultra glowing lips. Like I really just don't put on a lipstick and put on a gloss that often anymore, or even wear glosses that much by themselves anymore. And the last ColourPop lippy that I tried in the beginning of the year, part of the Secret Admirer collection. And this was honestly like the only thing that I liked from the collection was the Fresh Kiss lip cream in the shade Smoochin'. I would actually get a couple of compliments on this lip color every time I wore it. It's a really nice like nudie brown base nude, and I really, really liked this one, and I wore it quite a bit when I first got it. And I like the lip creams from ColourPop. They're not my absolute favorite formula that they do. I think that the Luxe Velvet lipsticks are better. Like if you're looking for a lightweight liquid lipstick, I would go for this over the lip creams. These are good, but I think that these are better. But I still like the fresh lip creams. Like you're not going to go wrong with these if you decide to buy them. I just prefer the Luxe lipsticks. Okay, let's get into some other brands now that I really enjoyed this year. Let's get into these from Haus Labs. I really did enjoy these, and honestly, I was very surprised on how much I really liked these, and that these are viral on TikTok, but sometimes like things that are viral on TikTok aren't always like amazing, but these are really good. I don't know why my throat is so dry when I just chugged like a whole glass of water, but whatever. So these are the Haus Labs Atomic Lip Shake lipsticks, and I have them in two shades. So the first shade is, what is it even called? Sepia Shine. And then the other one is Rose Shine. And every time like I wanted to order these, they would usually be sold out. And I knew that I wanted to try some Haus Labs lip products when the VIB sale was going on back in the spring. Or no, not back in the spring. This past fall. I got these this past October. And these are really, really good. I would say that they do have a bit of a lip plumping sensation to them. I usually only get that feeling like in the middle of my bottom lip, and then it goes away like super fast, but it is a little tingly. But they're just so nice and smooth and hydrating on the lips. I was very impressed with these. They're also very long lasting. And I think that's why people loved these so much, because they're a shiny lip product that last. They're almost kind of like a lip vinyl, and they're really, really good. I really love the nude shade, and this was originally the only shade I was going to get. I'm only going to swatch one of them because they are pretty long lasting, so they will last quite a while on my hands. But they're just so shiny and hydrating, and I really like these. So I thought that these were both great, and I am excited to see more innovative products like this from Gaga, and I am really happy and excited about the relaunch that she did. There were some things that I wasn't fully in love with, like the highlighter, and the highlighter I think is ridiculously overpriced, but I think that the lip products are really, really good. So I really liked those. Let me just wipe off some of these lip swatches real quick. Okay, so now let's get into some other products. I mean, I do want to mention, oh my God, like, why am I always so stressed when I'm filming? Like, no one's even talking to me right now. Like, relax, Caitlin. This is all you have to do. So the last lip product I wanted to talk about is the lip crayons from Haus Labs. I've loved these for a while. Like, this is nothing new to me, but I do really like this shade, and this one's in the shade Peachy Matte, and I also used this quite a bit when I got it, and it's just a really nice everyday lip color, and I really like it. It's just really pretty. I don't really have anything else to say about it. These are really good, so I highly recommend the Haus Labs lip products, and I also love the foundation. I would say I would wait on the cheek products until she releases some other ones, but I am wanting to get the bronzer now because a lot of people ended up loving the bronzer. And I also think that's a bit more worth the money than buying the highlighter. But yeah, this is a really nice formula, and I'm glad that she carried these over to the new line because these are really good, and I love the older one that I have, which is this shade, which is the shade Dust. You can't get this anymore, so I didn't want to mention it if you can't get it anymore, but this is one of my most used lip products in general. I love that thing. Okay, so now we're going to get into some other lipsticks. Let's talk about a few liquid lipstick formulas, I guess. Why not? There's a little bit here. Honestly, I'm not really as into liquid lipsticks anymore as I used to be. But let's try and talk about some of these liquid lipstick formulas that I tried. So the first one that I really love, and I've tried their liquid lipstick formula before and I love it, and that is the Give Me Glow liquid lipstick in the shade All That's Apricot. I wore this a lot this past year. It's just such a good formula, very comfortable, super pigmented. Love this kind of terracotta nude kind of shade. So that one is by Give Me Glow. I highly recommend their liquid lipsticks. They're really, really good. And then the next one is from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is so freaking good, you guys. Oh my God. And this one's in the shade Doll Face. So this is from the All Dolled Up collection, and this is the first time that they did lipsticks. This is so ridiculously comfortable on the lips. It's so smooth. It's very similar to the Give Me Glow formula. Stellar formulas for liquid lipsticks, you guys. I would highly recommend both of these formulas. They are just so comfortable and just so easy to apply, and they last such a long time on the lips, and they don't once feel uncomfortable. They are just so nice on the lips. I love these two formulas, so I would highly recommend either of them. I'm actually kind of inclined to pick up another shade of this because it's so good, but again, I'm on a no buy right now, but I'm just saying in the future I might. And then I did try two Gucci lipsticks this year. The first one, This one I really, really like. I do think it was mismarketed, but I really like the formula of it, and that is the Gucci liquid lipstick in the shade's like microscopic though, Mildred Rosewood. And this is kind of like a super lightweight liquid lipstick. And honestly, I think it lasts longer than people say that it did. I did see the Fancy Face try these, and she said she didn't really like them. I honestly didn't really like the Makeup by Mario formula as much as she did. I preferred the Gucci ones, but she said that she didn't like these. So I was kind of hesitant to try it, but I ended up liking this one more. I'm not going to mention the Makeup by Mario one because honestly, I wasn't really that crazy about it. I much prefer this one. It's very smooth, very, very nice on the lips. I wouldn't say that it's as long lasting as the other two that I mentioned, but it's a very comfortable formula. Like if you're only going to wear your lipstick for like 4 or 5 hours, this is a really nice formula. So I know that people are going to be up and down about luxury purchases because they are more expensive, but I'm telling you guys, I think that this is really nice. But if you're looking for something that's similar, I would just go with the Blend Money because it's a lot less expensive. But I do think it's a nice formula. Worth a try if you are willing to splurge a little bit. And then some other liquid lipsticks. So this one is by Odin's Eye, and this one I picked up, I believe, when I got my Hella palette last March, and this one is in the shade M202 Apricot Girl. I'm not sure if you can get these anymore. I'm not sure if Odin's Eye might be discontinuing some products, but I wore this a lot. I was just checking to see if it was still good, because sometimes when I wear this, it has a little bit of a smell to it, but I think it's still fine. I mean, it's not even a year old. But this is a beautiful terracotta lipstick. I wore this quite a bit last year. It has, again, such a good formula. Very pigmented, very long lasting, very comfortable. Indie brands just know how to do liquid lipsticks. Like, they pretty much got it down. So there's a lot of indie brand liquid lipsticks that I really liked this year. And then the last ones from indie brands are these ones by Curse Cosmetics. And these are the Curse Cosmetics liquid lipsticks. Now, I decided to pick up some things from Curse Cosmetics because they did ask me to join their Mavens group, which is pretty cool. And then I did get a pretty good discount on these products. And I think I get an extra 30% off of already pretty inexpensive products. But I think they were also having a sale at the time. So I got these for like not even $10 each. And I had always been curious about trying their liquid lipstick, so I finally just decided to pick up 2 shades. So I got the shades Elemental and Legend, and again, I'm going to say the same things about these two as I did about the other indie brand lipsticks. These are so good, very comfortable, very easy to wear, super pigmented, very long lasting. These all have very similar formulas, TBH, and these ones are a bit more matte than the rest that I'm talking about, but extremely comfortable on the lips. So that one is Legend, and this one's Legend. It's a beautiful, again, super burnt orange terracotta shade that was kind of more my shade of choice this year, I guess. Was kind of more so less darker shades and more so ones that are kind of like in the middle where they're still wearable but still like make a statement. And it's such a beautiful formula. So I really liked those two. I'm not going to swatch both of them. I'm just going to swatch one. So those are mostly all the liquid lipsticks that I tried. And then the last liquid lipsticks I wanted to mention were actually ones that I got free with a Sigma order. And I thought that this was a great set to get free with the order. And that is this liquid lipstick trio, where I got to try their liquid lipstick formula and I didn't have to pay for it because I bought the new Mod palette and the Corderosa blush, and these came with that order. And also these were part of the new Mod collection. So I was like, it's perfect that I get to try the coinciding lip products when I was buying the eyeshadow palette. So I do really like these. I do find that these are a bit drier than the rest that I'm talking about and very matte on the lips. But once you like wear them for a couple of hours, they are really nice. They reapply really smoothly. They're very creamy and they're pigmented. And I like these different shades of pink that I was able to try. So I liked these. And you guys know I fell in love with Sigma this year. I don't think I need to say that again. I'm just going to swatch one of them for you guys. I don't have to swatch all of these. I'm going to swatch the shade New Mod. It's kind of a pinky mauve color, but this one's so nice. It's just such a pretty color. Really nice colors in this set. Very creamy, very nice formula. So I was definitely impressed with these as well. Again, Sigma knows how to make makeup. They just do. They're just fantastic. Okay. Now, I actually tried a lot less regular lipsticks than I thought I did this year. So we're just going to go through those really quickly. There's not too many. Where is the third? Yeah, it's right here. So let's just go through those. So the first one is the Give by Gwen Stefani lipstick in the shade Lovable Me. So I got this with a store credit that I used when I actually went and returned the Melt Mariposa blush palette. I just found myself not using it enough to justify keeping it. And it was a little bit older than, I think it was like maybe 3 months old, but usually for Sephora now, they only give store credits 60 days or less. Not even 60 days, it's like 30 days or more. It has to be within like 60 days though in order to get a store credit, but they were so nice that they did give me a store credit. So I've been wanting to try this lipstick, and this is really, really nice. I mean, a lot of people were raving about how good it is. Honestly, this kind of reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay Comfort Matte formula of the Vice lipsticks that I absolutely love. So when I tried this, it wasn't anything like super revolutionary. It's really, really good. But I would say like it's not something that I haven't tried before. But a lot of people were like, these are so comfortable. They're so good. They're so nice. And I do really like it. It's not like I regret trying it. It's really, really nice. But I would say it's not anything like super unique. So, but I think that these are good, worth the hype. And then the next one is by Rare Beauty. She also came out with a full line of lipsticks this year, and it was actually really exciting that she came out with regular lipsticks because all she had before was the moussey lipsticks and the like tinted lip balm, liquid lip balms. So this one is it just says matte lipstick in the shade Creative. And this is a really nice lip formula as well. I actually liked these more than the Gwen Stefani. I mean, the Gwen Stefani were good, but I really like this formula. I actually was more impressed with this formula than the Gwen Stefani. I just think it's very nice, very smooth and creamy on the lips. And I really like the shade as well. Y'all know I love the peachy matte colors. But it's really comfortable on the lips, and I used this a ton along with the Gwen Stefani one. They're just both really, really good lipsticks. And then the other one, I got this one back in during the, I think, spring VIB sale of last year. And this is the Fenty Beauty refillable lipstick. And this one is in the shade, I can't remember what shade this, oh, Rose Queen. Thank God it says it on the tube, because that's how I do love that they did that, so you don't forget what the shade is, because you have to buy this holder by itself because it's supposed to be a refillable lipstick. But honestly, this was like one of the only things that Fenty Beauty launched last year, and this was like kind of their last like big launch, and honestly they haven't really released much this past year, so they need to come back strong and release something. Like, they need to do powder blushes at least. Like, why is it so hard to find powder blushes from these big brands? And Haus Labs needs to do some blushes too. But anyway, this is a really pretty lipstick. I'm not in love with the concept of this because honestly, it's a little bit annoying with this like huge bulky packaging. And also, like, if you're not careful at putting this down, even when this is like all the way down, you can crush a little bit of the lipstick a little if you're trying to put it back on. So just keep that in mind. And also, like, I couldn't figure out the packaging for like a little bit when I first got it. But, you know, it's not, it's just the way that they explain it that I'm just like, what? But it's a really pretty color, really nice lipstick, super comfortable formula. I know that Fenty Beauty usually knocks it out of the park with her lip products. I love her glosses. Those are literally my favorite lip glosses of all time. But this concept I don't think was as, you know, popular as they thought it was going to be, but it's a cool concept. Like, I'm not saying it's not anything like too new that we haven't seen, but it's a really good formula. So again, really love her formula. And then I only have two other regular lipsticks to talk about, and then we'll just get into the glosses that I tried this year. So this one is the Valentino. I have two luxury lipsticks to talk about. I only picked up two, and then that Gucci lipstick. So I didn't really pick up too many luxury products in lip and really in general this year. So this one is the shade, I can't even read this. Mimoso satin lipstick in the shade 100R or something like that. I mean, it's called Mini Musso. The shade is called Mini Musso. But it's a satin lipstick, and this one is the mini version because the full size of this I think is like $50, and the mini size of this I think is like $30, but I really wanted to try one of his lipsticks. And this formula is so beautiful on the lips, so I definitely think that if you were eyeing these, it's such a nice formula, you guys. It's just beautiful on the lips, and it's such a beautiful pink shade. I really, really like it. And I wore this quite a bit last year. And I was a little bit like worried that I wasn't going to like it as much as I did, but I really do like the formula of this. Very, very nice. It's so tiny though, but honestly, when am I ever going to use up a lip product anyway? So it's not really that big of a deal. If I get a smaller version, if I'm going to use it enough. And I definitely used this quite a bit last year. And then the other luxury lip product is by Gucci. You guys know I love their products. And this one is the Rouge lipstick in the shade Katrine Sand. And this is the, first off, the packaging is absolutely stunning. That's mostly why I wanted to try this lipstick. And also I wanted to try one of the non-matte lipsticks from Gucci, and this one is like a more of a satin color and satin formula, and this one is so nice. I wore this a ton last year. This was definitely one of my most used lipsticks as well, and it's a lot more sheer, but it's very buildable on the lips. It's this one right here, and it has such a nice smooth, oh my gosh, smooth, creamy formula. So I love this as well. So that is it for regular lipsticks, as all my lipsticks fall across my computer. And now we're going to talk about glosses. All right, so now we're going to talk about some of my favorite glosses this year. But honestly, I only tried 4 lip glosses this year, and I actually ended up really liking all of them. And the only glosses that I tried this past year were all from ColourPop. And that was it, because I really wanted to limit my gloss purchases this past year because, like I said, I really don't wear glosses that much anymore. I'm going to be wearing a tinted lip product. So the first one is from the ColourPop and Winnie the Pooh collection, and this one is in the shade Wildflower Honey. I don't usually love this Luxe Gloss formula from ColourPop, but it is better than their ultra glossy lip formula. I really don't love that one that much. But I wasn't crazy about this one when it first came out, like this lip formula. But this one, there's something about this one that does feel like kind of like honey on your lips, but not in like a sticky way. And it also has like kind of like a honey scent to it. But look how glossy and shiny that is. I actually went through a phase when I first got this that I was wearing this a lot over a lot of lip products, and I really loved how it made my lips look. So this was a really pretty gloss, and it looks more sheer than it does in the tube. Really, really pretty, and of course the packaging is freaking adorable with the honeycomb tube. It's just so cute. Oh my god, I love it. So adorable. And then the lip gloss formula I absolutely fell in love with this past year was the So Glassy lip formula by ColourPop. This has become probably my favorite lip gloss formula next to the Fenty Beauty lip glosses, because y'all know how much I love Fenty Beauty's lip glosses, and truly like her Fenty Glow lip gloss is one of my most used glosses ever, if not my most used. I think it's right in my bag. Yeah, it's right here. This Fenty Glow lip gloss, do you see how much I've actually used of this? This lives in my purse and never comes out. And I use this literally all the time. Like if I need something hydrating after I wipe my lip product off when I'm out, this is amazing. So I use it all the time. It's my absolute favorite. But these are so beautiful, you guys. And they're affordable. And they literally look like liquid glass on your lips. And they really do give like a glass-like effect on the lips. So the first one that I tried was the only thing that I tried from that Celestial collection. And this is when they first introduced this formula. And this one is called Infinite. This is such a stunning gold gloss. And this was my most worn gloss this past summer. It just has this stunning effect to the lips. And it's not super glittery. It's just so metallic on the lips. I absolutely fell in love with the formula. It's not like sticky at all. It just looks so shiny and beautiful on the lips. So this is amazing. And then I also tried one of the like more matte finished ones and one of the more like pigmented formula. One of the more matte and pigmented finish ones. And these came out when the bronzer came out. Like the matte bronzer, the one that I'm obsessed with, the Alviva Beach. They launched these bronzers with these glosses, and they also launched the Getting Fresh palette, but I obviously was only interested in the bronzer and the glosses. And this one's in the shade Solana. I loved this too. I went through a phase where I was using this a ton, and it's just so gorgeous on the lips. Again, it just adds this gorgeous like metallic, oh God, they're just this gorgeous like shininess to the lips. They're amazing. So I absolutely loved this one too. So these ones were definitely my two most used glosses this year because I absolutely fell in love with this formula. And if you guys did not like ColourPop's lip gloss formula in the past, this is definitely by far their best lip gloss formula they've ever come out with. It's just so glass-like and so shiny and beautiful on the lips. So absolutely love these. Cannot rave about them enough. And then the last one that I tried from that formula is one of the ones from the Hocus Pocus 2 collection. And this one is called Sisters Behold. And this one I wasn't as obsessed with as the other two, but I still wore it a lot. This one has kind of more of a scent to it. And also, I don't know why there's a piece. It looks like there's a piece of hair on it. That's kind of gross. I've had that in the past where I've found hairs in ColourPop's lip products before. So that's probably me though, because I wore this a lot. But yeah, just keep that in mind. So this one is it's not a deal breaker for me because it's not like they smell old or anything. Honestly, I've never gotten like an old lip product from ColourPop. The only thing that I thought was old was one of the primers that I tried, like that Coconut Pretty Fresh primer. But none of these, this one smelled a little bit more than the other two, but it is what it is. It's an affordable product and you can't get a refund from ColourPop. So, and I did use this a lot and I never was hesitant to use it. So just use at your own caution. But this one is the glittery one, and this one was really nice. But I would say if you're not a Hocus Pocus fan, I would skip over this. I just wanted to try it because I thought it was such a pretty white greenish metallic color, and it is really, really pretty. So that is it for glosses. I'm just gonna give a quick mention to my lip liners, and that's it. Okay, if you think that I restricted myself the most in the lip gloss category this year and also kind of restricted my lip product spending on regular lipsticks, I only tried one new lip liner this year. One. And the only reason why I tried it is because it came in a lip kit. Why can't I speak anymore? I was about to say pecans. So I'm just going to mention that my most used lip liners of 2022 were my ColourPop lip liners. My most used lip liner in my entire collection and my most used lip liner in general is ColourPop's Minuteman. This is just a really beautiful warm tone nude shade, and you guys know I love my warm toned lippies, that I wear this with literally every single lip color, so I absolutely love it. I also love the shade Oh Snap. This was definitely my most used pink shade this year. And this one's a really beautiful, like, mauve toned pinky shade. I really love this one too. And then the next one is Cool BFF. This is also a really good nude shade as well. It's a little bit more cooler tone than, it's right here. It's cooler tone than Minuteman. It's a really good one. And then this one is called Ashton. This was like one of the only products that I kept from the mystery box, and this was always a shade that I wanted to try from the lip liners. And again, this one's more of like a brownish nude compared to Cool BFF. Cool BFF is a lot more like mauve tone. This one's more like brownish. And then the last one that is my most used is BFF. I mean, a lot of people rave about this one, but it is really like the perfect nude color. So I get why a lot of people love this one. So this one is Cool BFF. I mean, not Cool BFF, BFF, which is right here. So yeah, honestly, like, I use them the most, so I'm going to mention them because honestly, like, that Minuteman shade I used a ton. And then the last one is actually the only new lip liner I tried this year. And the only new lip liner brand I tried this year was Blend Bunny's Creamy Lip Liner in the shade Doll Face as well. This is really, really good, you guys. Very, very pigmented. This is actually a little bit darker than the actual lip shade, but oh my god, it's so smooth and creamy. Really, really nice. I would like to wear this a little bit more this year because I don't think I used it more than like not even twice. Really beautiful packaging though, just really nice. So I'm very excited to see what Blend Bunny does this year. I know they're probably going to knock it out of the park again. So yeah, that is it, you guys. That is all for lip products this past year. These are the ones that I was loving in 2022. I don't really have any to talk about when I prep my lips. I've just been using ColourPop's lip oil and Hot Shot because I ran out of the clear one. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And let me know what your favorites were in the year of 2022 as far as lip products went. Did you try a lot? Did you not try that many? What was your favorite lipstick, lip liner, and lip gloss? I would love to know. Did you try any of these? You know I'm a nosy girl. So yeah, that's it. I love you guys. Bye.